Hi, and welcome to Meetings in Math. We are here to solve two-step and multi-step inequalities. We're looking at how can I use what I know about solving inequalities and solving two-step equations to solve a two-step inequality. Today you need to bring your Jaguar Jots on 4.4. You need to turn to page 9, so the second page, where we're just looking at solving those inequalities. A pencil or a pen and a highlighter might be useful. Bring your positivity and your dedication to do your best. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you remember, we did a graphical organizer on this. So if you have that, that might help you kind of follow along and remember what it is to do next. We just start with our boundaries. After we find our boundary, then we test a point. After we test a point, we figure out if it's true or false. We graph that, and then we write our inequality. So the first thing let's do is find that boundary. So we change it into the equation. X minus 7 is equal to negative 5. And we add 7 to both sides. Because we're looking for where does that change from being false to true or true to false. So x is equal to 2. So at 2, we know something happens. And we look here, and this is a less than or equal to, so that would be a closed circle. And now we look for testing a point. And so long as it's not our boundary, it doesn't matter which one we choose. So I am going to choose x equals, and it does not matter so long as it's not 2. So how about x equals 10, which is way over here. And we put it into the original inequality, which is x minus 7 is less than or equal to negative 5. So 10 minus 7 is that less than or equal to negative 5. 10 minus 7 is 3. Is 3 less than or equal to negative 5? That is false. So we cannot go over 10, so we must go to the other side. So now we compare x and 2. How do our numbers compare to 2? Well, they are all smaller, which means they must be less than, but they are also equal to, so x is less than or equal to 2. So these problems do take quite a bit of space for us to do, and we do need to make sure that we are following our work as we do them. So now let's look at this one. Again, let's look at our boundary, and after we've done our boundary, we are going to test a point. So 4x minus 7 is equal to 5. So we add 7 to both sides, and we get that 4x is equal to 12. We divide both sides by 4, and we get x is equal to 3. So if we are still struggling with solving equations, these problems are going to be difficult. So now we draw our number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at 3, 1, 2, 3. It is a closed circle because we said or equal to. And now we have to figure out which way we want to put our arrow. And I'm going to pick 0. So this is the point I'm testing. So x equals 0 into 4x minus 7 is greater than or equal to 5. So every time I see an x, I'm going to put a 0 because I'm evaluating. 4 times 0 is 0. Negative 7 is greater than or equal to 5. Is negative 7 greater than or equal to 5? No. So I cannot go over 0. I must go the other way. So if I compare x to 3, so my numbers compared to 3, all of these numbers are greater than 3. So we do need to be pretty proficient at solving equations to do these problems. All right, let's look at this next one. What's the first thing that we do? The first thing that we do is the boundary. So we change this to 5 times negative 5 times x plus 3 equals 20. So there's some different ways that we can deal with this. I've always been taught that you distribute it through. So negative 5x minus 15 is equal to 20. Add 15 to both sides. So you have negative 5x is equal to 35. Divide both sides by negative 5. X is equal to negative 7. Negative 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at -7. But this time I didn't say or equals to, so it stays open. I don't have a ton of room right here to do my test a point because I wrote so big. So I'll do it here. And I'm going to test x equals, let's use 0 again. So that's over here. Do you see I'm just kind of keeping track small which side I was on? Into -5 times x plus 3 is less than 20. So that's 0 plus 3. So -5 times 0 plus 3 is 3. -5 times 3 is -15. -15 is less than 20. That is true. So we have to go over it. So how does x compare to -7? They are what? They are bigger. Okay, try this one. Okay, so I chose something other than 0. This time I chose 8 to test my point, but it ended up being false, so x is less than or equal to 7. So those were just some really good practice problems for us to go through together, give you guys some practice that you could do, and then see what the answers were while we were working together. So make sure that you practice these problems. If you got any of them wrong, go ahead and rework them. See if you can do them right after seeing them done right again. It is okay to always rework problems on your own. Remember, be kind to each other because we all can use some extra kindness in our lives. Bye for now.